Improvisation.
Hello and welcome to Impetuosity. I'm your host, Christian Miller. Let me say welcome to everybody that's listening. Welcome to the ladies, the gentlemen, anyone non-binary. Also, the players out there. I'd like to welcome players.
Hi, players.
Players.
I've often been described as a player.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But really, let's welcome the players.
Uh-huh.
So I think that's much more important.
Yes. They only love you when they're playing.
Yes. And also the playas. So welcome beaches.
Yeah. Yeah. Playing on the playa.
Yeah, that's right. And playing, if you're playing on the playa, we salute you today here from Impetuosity.
Plying your trade.
So we have a
Word games.
We had the unfortunate situation where we had a bunch of off mic chatter that I don't know that we can.
No.
Yeah. So I think we're.
Well, I can recall part of it, and because the thing I wanted to tell Nick, because Nick went to college close to where I grew up, and I went to my first college party at your alma mater. And
I'm sorry.
And that was such a perfect response because it was so lame. Like I had never been to a college party, and I was probably like a junior in high school or something like that. And I can't even remember why I was there. It must have been some kind of like math competition or something super nerdy. And I was there, and it was Halloween, and I remember we went and we were all excited. And it was this, like, it must have been like a dining hall, probably, where they moved all the tables. Because it kind of had that feel to it.
Sharple's Dining Hall, perhaps.
Maybe. It was like a large space, and it was like that stage at a college party, when there's like maybe 3 people there.
Yeah.
And
that was pretty much every party.
I was gonna say,
it was like 3 of us.
Yeah. I went to a lot of those parties in my college years also. But I do remember, because it was a Halloween party, one of the things that sticks into my brain is there was someone there dressed as an upside down person. So they had their arms up above their head the whole time I saw them, with like feet on there. And they were wearing, I don't know, maybe like a hoodie or a sweatshirt or something, and then something else. And then they had a head down between their legs, and they were just walking around. And I was like, okay, I guess this is college.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm just impressed because that takes some commitment to keep your arms.
I mean, maybe it wasn't his arms.
entire...
Maybe he had some kind of like shoulder gear, something.
Fake arms.
Yeah. He had fake arms.
So your story's
for
changing.
Legs. I have no idea. That's just the image I have. And I was like, man, college.
And you had like 3 light beers, and so you were probably like, as a junior. I don't know about you. I was not a huge drinker in high school, so 3 light beers would have done it for me at that point.
Yeah. I think 1 light beer would have done it for me at that point.
We did have a particularly good party, though, freshman year at the Gay Studies Conference, when I was kind of pretending to be gay, or sort of exploring that identity a little bit. But the lesbian band that was playing She Bang, I somehow ended up dancing with the bassist of She Bang. Turned out she was straight. And that night was the night that I lost my virginity, was with the bassist from She Bang.
If you lose your virginity to
a
straight lesbian bassist in a band called She Bang, that makes you almost as cool as Laurie Anderson.
Almost.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had one unrelated contribution that I wanted to make, because I did not actually know the word impetuous last week. I looked it up, and it relates to aggression and attacking. Like, it does mean like unpredictable, but in its Latin and French origin, it refers to someone who is likely to attack you.
Like the 3 of us.
Exactly.
Right. Yes, we are very aggressive.
Pretty aggro dudes.
I really need to stop mainlining all that testosterone.
Yeah, I know.
You could have some of mine.
Yeah. Did you see there was a thing, this is a total like non sequitur segue thing, but that an aggressive Red Bull escaped from a local farm.
I saw that headline and then I was like, is that a leftover April Fool's? Because Red Bull.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
So it seemed like an ad placement.
yeah, right.
For like, but it was, I guess, a red colored bull, or maybe that's a breed of bull, and it's like, oh, okay, so aggro red bull
Gives you
and
wings.
sure, yeah. But then what was great about the story was that, you know, it was like a 4-line story, and like the last line was, note, the bull has been is back where it's supposed to be and everything's fine.
What is the source on this?
Yeah, good old 14850.com.
IthacaOnion.com.
Yeah, right. All of our stories are made up.
So, fearless leader, what are we doing today?
So I meant to before in preparation. This proves that we do no preparation for this show. I was going to ask if Mike would be the purported interview guest.
Absolutely. Well,
I mean, we end up.
I'm
talking
so
to everybody.
surprised.
We end up talking to everybody. Yeah, I know.
I discovered last week it just means you talk first. That's all. That's all it means.
you get the first part of the first question.
Yes,
right.
That means you're the honored guest.
But you also get to choose the question number.
Right.
Okay.
So give me a number between 1 and 200. There's one in there that if I see that's
If you
won't
could
do
be in any celebrity's bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. How about let's go high. 199.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you were going for the double digits last time.
X-Men 199 was when I forget what her name was, but she was the second Phoenix.
You know
became-
the numbers of the issues
used to
when
be a
stories
collector.
happen.
Yeah, it wasn't Jean Grey. It was, I forget what her name
Madeline
was.
Pryor.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know these.
no,
things either.
I'm not sure.
No. Oh no.
Yeah.
Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor. Was
Yeah,
the second
But
okay.
you know that it happened in episode. I mean, in issue.
Yes.
one. And she ended up
Dude.
being a clone of Jean Grey from the future. Or
Yeah,
something
something
like
like that.
I love hanging out with nerds. This is so great. This is so good.
that. I don't even like the X-Men that much. I don't know why I know that.
It's just nerd
Yes, you
knowledge.
do.
It's just.
I
in
mean, I
there.
like that. Let's put it this way.
You like
I did not
Jean
read
Grey.
the X-Men.
Okay.
I was a straight up and down Spider-Man boy.
the Spider Boy.
I was Spider Boy.
Spider
I
Boy-
actually
boy.
thought about this. This has nothing to do with the question, so I'll get this out before.
This is the way we do interviews around here. It's so impetuous.
before we get
Spider
started.
Boy.
But
We do it
for-
impetuously.
for some reason. But for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking about this. Literally within the last week. But something came up with superheroes, and I do remember that when I was a child, I was not very religious, but I did at various times pray that God would make me Spider-Man. This is how I know that there's no God,
Because you're not Spider-Man.
Well, hold on.
or
I
is
have
that-
I have to say that there's some proof that there's a God, because we were talking before about an upside down person at the party that you went to.
Yeah.
I don't think that's on the thing. But look behind you. There's an upside down man with a Spider-Man. Is that like the biggest synchronicity in the world? We are in we're in
I'm doing the Kill Bill sound.
Oh,
yeah, this is crazy.
We need a Kill Bill sound here. That is pretty freaky, actually. The fact that is there.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a little freaked out, actually. I think I might have to.
We're gonna have to. Now we're gonna have to take a picture of that and post it with the show notes.
Yes.
Should this ever?
I
actually
think
be
that's actually going to be our
commonplace.
logo. Well, I mean,
It's a very nice male
without
physique. I
w-
mean, it's
yeah, without the
whatever.
Spider-Man
I'd
mask,
be-
we'll have
It
to
is.
change
It
the
is
Spider-Man mask.
one of the skins for the original Spider-Man game on the PlayStation.
So that's Peter Parker's
That's Peter Parker in his underwear.
in his undies, right?
Skin.
But you
I don't know what a skin is.
swing through New York City as Spider-Man in his underwear.
In his undies.
As one of the
Yeah.
suit selections.
Yeah,
So.
a skin is like if you can add a different, kind of look.
Okay.
Like people
in a
will
video
mod
game,
in,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
And so if
See,
you wanted,
that's why I don't know it.
if you wanted to be wearing, Dolce and Gabbana instead of wearing your regular Spider-Man outfit, there's a skin for that.
In most of the Spider-Man games, all the skins are just different spider suits.
Uh-huh.
So in this case, it's the lack of a spider suit except for a spider mask. All right. Anyway,
Our question,
digression.
Your Honor.
I love the way we do these interview things.
All right. This one is a little odd. And I don't know that.
If anything's inappropriate,
No.
you can ask Nick.
So, question 199. What is the most uncomfortable place you have sneezed?
I was waiting for
goodness.
something else.
That's what, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
The most uncomfortable place I've sneezed. Okay, my mind is going to some really strange place right here, but what? Can I ask for a different question? Because I don't know how to answer.
Or interpret it however you want. You can say, I don't know where I sneezed, but I was uncomfortable
I've
in this
sneezed
place.
probably every place I've ever been, and so I'm trying to think of places I've been uncomfortable, which is most places. So, I mean, I probably sneezed at that really lame Swarthmore party back in 1985.
We take you there.
That guy's upside down. Man, if college is like this, I'm going to join the Marines.
So,
I just did it because it sounded like a sneeze. That's all.
Yeah, dude. Gesundheit.
so you've been uncomfortable in most places that you've been. Are you generally like a socially anxious person?
No, but I can get uncomfortable in most places. I can get comfortable in most places too. So I'm pretty adaptable, I think. So
It feels like there's a deeper level of truth under what you're saying.
yeah. I mean, there's I'm a little bit of a fast twitch type. You know, I'm a little. Some people have kind of like amateurly diagnosed me with ADHD, but I don't know. I tried some supplement. A friend of mine like suggested I try, and it didn't do anything for me. So I'm like, I don't have ADHD. This supplement didn't do a thing. Actually, it was Travis. Our mutual friend Travis.
I don't know that because I would think that if you have ADHD, which is oftentimes you're distracted a lot, that you wouldn't even realize that you are being uncomfortable.
Which you've just said you didn't notice. Maybe. Or that you were comfortable. Never.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I work with a lot of students who do have ADHD, and often anxiety comes along with it.
True. Yeah,
So, and I don't think I've ever been at the level that I would consider having anxiety as like a condition, but anxiousness is sort of like a normal, kind of state for
Panic
me.
attacks? Ever?
Never had panic attacks.
Yeah.
It's just kind of general low-level anxiety.
Yeah.
Like there's something wrong.
I mean, which also is sometimes really good because then it does mean that you are, aware of your surroundings and trying to not be super offensive, which, I consider generally
We appreciate
a good thing.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Otherwise, I'd be so offensive all the time. If I were relaxed, my God. But I'm definitely way more relaxed now in middle age than I was when I was younger. I was a quite high-strung young person.
Thank you, middle age.
Yeah. It just kind of chills
Yeah.
everything out,
I think everyone has some level of that when they're young just because of peer pressure and
Testosterone.
yeah.
Yeah, being young is tough.
Yeah.
Well, it was easier for us, I think, though. I mean, I think
Yeah.
for the current batch of young folks, there's just so much more stuff messing with their brains that I think it is harder for them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree.
We had magazines.
Right. Yeah. Which, it's like you can handle that, but like 5 million inputs all at once in the palm of your hand. And, that's kind of like, it feels almost like a superhero origin story, right? Someone who gets overloaded with stimulation and they become something like
That's a good point.
panopticon, right? And where I can see all things at all times, but I can't handle it. And, I'm either a nervous wreck or I'm a seer of things and realities.
Yeah, that's
TM.
our culture's story right now.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well,
That's it for the interview.
no. We have to get Nick's. Nick's
okay.
take on these things too. We gotta have time to get some input.
I'm gonna say one thing, which is that and you have like a few things that you feel like you actually discovered on your own, like you didn't learn them from anywhere else. One thing that I discovered on my own was just the ability to like fully relax my body when I sneeze. So like my whole body does this like wave. It's very cool.
Ooh.
It's just like a very pleasurable thing. So whenever I feel this sneeze coming on, I just stand relaxed and I just kind of let it sweep through me like a big wave or a big wind.
Do you ever does that ever kind of like knock you, like, do you ever get thrown by the sneeze?
No, but it is stronger than it is in your normal, like when you're controlling it, like you kind of tighten down on it. And when you don't tighten down on it, it's actually a pretty big movement. Like it's your core going, wha-pow.
Uh-huh.
So,
But
anyway.
you've never felt anything like, because I could see almost like a whiplashy kind of thing happening.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but it's not like crazy. It's just.
Yeah. And remember, folks, Nick is a trained professional. I mean, you are. You're a yogi. You're a yogi.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes.
so you do have, training in
Yes.
in managing your
Sneezing,
somatic.
and sneezing in a relaxed posture. Yeah.
I wonder, there must be a yoga of sneezing.
Yeah, and there's a yoga of many things. I don't know.
I wonder-
But breath, of course, breath control is a big part of the yoga tradition, and a lot of some of the rapid breaths that you do, you're really trying to expel air quickly, like a sneeze would. You're huffing and puffing like that to get the bring your oxygen level up. Anyway,
Because I'm also thinking of, the sneeze is a moment when, your mind stops.
yes,
Right. And so I could see how you could have like a school of sneezing where in that moment, just like in Tantra, right? Yeah. Without getting into, that stuff, but like the school of sneeze where you can like capture that moment
Right.
of emptiness
yes.
right there when you snap in and out. And
Well, I think that's actually what happens when I'm doing this sneeze thing. Is it like actually becomes a moment of that type of meditative experience?
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's actually why it's so pleasurable.
So it's
Yeah.
like everything everywhere all at once, where you kind of like do the sneeze and then everything just
Yeah, in a kind of humble human Ithaca, New York.
all of a sudden you're like in your
Right.
underwear upside down
Yeah.
wearing a Spiderman
Exactly.
mask
Yeah.
and oh wow. And then you're back there, in college with Shebang, like wow.
One other thing comes to mind to say, which was that I used to be part of this very rigid spiritual group where we, were trying to be mindful in everything that we did, which was great. Great people. But I was at this conference once, or this concert, and, everyone is sitting totally still, total silence, meditative energy in the room. And I don't have to sneeze, but I have this like urge to cough.
Yeah.
And I am fighting this urge to cough because I don't want to cough
Yeah.
and disturb the silence.
Right.
But I'm sitting there and I am weeping the energy of trying to stop and control this cough. I was like, whoa, this is powerful stuff. Like, just make it, because I'd made the decision, I'm not going to cough. And the price of doing that was just all of these physical, like heat, sweating, weeping. It was just like the body was going like, we really want to cough and you're not letting us, so we're going to cause a whole lot of trouble. Anyway, that's the other thing that came to mind.
Wow.
Well, I think we're coming close.
We've been talking a
close to
lot
time.
here, so
But I
really
will.
like to
I
move
just
it
want.
along.
I will just my small contribution to this will be that I am literally the exact opposite of Nick in that my sneezes are the literal definition of impetuosity. I think they are very aggressive. They are very loud. They are very violent.
That's shocking to me. I would have thought that you would sneeze like a chipmunk. I would think that you would sneeze like itty bitty, like
pew pew
Nope.
pew.
I mean, we're talking like the dog, of course, also is very sensitive to any loud noises, and he always bolts up whenever I sneeze anywhere in the house.
I can see
hear
that.
him, like, because it is
Indiana.
just boom, and yeah, I don't know. It shocks and surprises a lot of people, I think.
No, I could totally. Yeah. You're like the aggro Red Bull of sneezing. I could totally see that.
And I don't know, like whenever I try and control it, I try and like let go or try and whatever, it nothing helps. It is.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that because otherwise, I could see you like trying to like, knock down or lock down your sneeze, and your beard just goes.
I've also. I don't think that I've ever actually done it, but I have been very anxious about hurting myself sneezing because like
or other people.
It is so violent
Wow.
I know that I could, and I sometimes have.
I
like,
have
lower
actually
back
thrown my
things.
back. Yeah, I've thrown my lower back out when
Right.
I've have
And
sneezed.
so I've definitely been very worried about that, and I know that it's going to happen someday because it is so violent.
Yeah.
Either that, or I will just literally
Die.
rip in half.
Yeah.
Torso over here, legs over there, and be like, "What happened to him?" Well, he sneezed.
That's an origin story, right?
Yeah.
So, split in half man
Yeah.
one day sneezed so violently that he split in half.
Mm-hmm. And now I've created a little robot with like spider legs for my top half to move me around.
Oh, you split in half that way. I was thinking like right down the middle, but you're
Oh
like,
no, it's
oh, you saw that too.
Yeah,
So you're thinking like torso and legs.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the way it's gonna happen.
Okay. I just thought like.
Help me, Panopticon.
Oh yeah, look, I can see where all your
survey
parts
the
are.
research. And
Yeah.
How can I mount my body together?
We'll get you together. All I've got to do is find my staple gun.
All right. On that note, such a rich tapestry that we've woven here. I'm sure that there's a lot of great material that we can.
We
use
will
in our next...
completely forget and
Yeah. I think things are just gonna get.
We'll get one thing in there.
I'll get one thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, when we come back after this message, we're gonna do that improv. So be prepared.
Dave, I just got our latest premiums, and they've gone up by $89 this cycle. We're just paying too much for car insurance.
Gee, Sam, I don't know what to do about that. Do you have any ideas?
Well,
Has this ever happened to you?
who are you?
I'm Spanky of Spanky's Insurance. I have the best car insurance rates for anyone, whether you drive a car or not. In fact, our best prices are for those who don't have cars at all.
Gee, Sparky, what a coincidence, because I like to get around on my scooter.
Oh, we have scooter insurance, that's for sure. Whether that's a motorized scooter, a leg propelled scooter.
That's mine.
All right.
Honey, you're getting pulled into a scam. We need actual car insurance for a real car and not for walking.
You think Sparky is a scammer?
Well,
no way. Hey, I also have divorce insurance if you want to get rid of this wench.
Who's the wench?
I think he means me, honey.
Oh, gosh. Well, this is a huge decision. Car insurance, a new life, and how am I going to get around on my scooter with... You know what? I think we should ask Panopticon.
Or maybe we should just go with Spanky's car insurance, honey. And
Okay, that sounds good too.
Another happy customer.
Thanks, Sparky.
thanks.
Yeah, we're back. Welcome back to
We're back.
Impetuosity. We didn't go anywhere, and neither did you. If you even if you even exist.
That was really good. That was a great radio line.
All right, so the next part of the program is we're going to do a little improv for you. Just to remind you, we have a couple of sound effects to move us about in time and space. So the first one is into the past. So if we need to go find out how something happened, how something came to be, we will hit this into the past button.
Flashback. I might even whisper flashback
Yeah.
occasionally.
Yeah.
But we can't stay in the past forever. If we need to get back to the present or go into the mysterious future, we have this into the future button.
The future.
Sometimes we don't move in time at all. We just move in space. If we are in one place and want to see what's happening at the exact same time, we use this cut to button. Now we're over there.
I won't do it. I promise.
Everyone got it? And don't forget, there's words here, and anyone can hit the buttons at any time.
Okay.
All right, so in order for us to begin this improv, we need a location, and from my super secret list that my guests have never seen before, they're going to give me a number. Mike, what's your number?
198.
Ooh, wow.
I like those big numbers.
Yeah.
All right.
For big fun.
Are you ready? The location for our improv is in a magician's apartment. So we take you now to in a magician's apartment.
I'm so glad that Gonzo the Great isn't here right now, Louie.
Yeah, me too. He's never been treating us so good, huh?
I was kind of thinking that maybe we could form a union of animal assistants or something.
Yeah. You being the rabbit and me being the dove. I mean, who's looking out for us?
I feel like his anti-union attitude, though, would make it difficult for us to get our demands heard with a fair hearing.
Oh, no.
Shit.
All right. Here he comes.
Okay, guys, I'm home. I got Chinese food.
Ah, thanks, Gonzo.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Here we go. Wait, let's see. What do we got here? All right, Louie the Dove. That's your name, isn't it?
Yeah, well, one of us is Louie.
There's
My name's Louie.
All right. I'm sorry, Louie. I just like sometimes, being a magician, you never know what's real. And so sometimes I get names mixed up. So, of course, Louie, you're a bunny, right?
Yeah, Gonzo, we've been working for you for a couple years now, and you don't even know our names.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, I just wanted to here, I got the Kung Pao.
So we're wanting to have a conversation with you about our rights as labor, and we would like to negotiate with you some new terms.
Okay, that sounds fantastic. And I got the broccoli, beef and broccoli over here for you, Dovey.
Hey, great Gonzo. I don't think you're listening to us.
I'm just so hungry, and you guys haven't eaten all day. Why don't we have a little bit to eat, and then we could talk about whatever you want to talk about, huh?
All right. That was how it was in the ancient world. You always had to have a meal before you could discuss your issues. You had to. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you came from ancient Greece, didn't you? Like, I found you in that weird old place.
After you did that spell.
Yeah, and like that place down in Chinatown, in the back room, that hat, which has been great for our career, but geez, our lives have gotten really weird since we found that hat. Oh man, what a day.
Yeah. Well, you've been making a lot of money off of my ancient Greek origins, and I feel like it's about time. Well, I'm sorry. We're eating first.
Yeah.
Did you happen to get a carrot?
Well, there's carrots in the beef and broccoli, Let's get that over here. You guys want a beer? I'm having a beer. You want a beer? Can you I'll put it in a little bowl for you, Dovey.
Yeah.
What's your
great.
name again?
My name's Stewie.
That's right. Okay.
Stewie the Dove.
Stewie
Come on.
Louie. Oh my God. I don't know. I've been doing so many kind of self-dismemberments that I think I scrambled my memory or something. I'm just I'm all over the place. But you guys have been my rocks, and you've been helping me with this act. And gosh, I'm grateful.
Cut to Gonzo's girlfriend's apartment.
Lou, I think Gonzo's gonna be over soon. I think you gotta get out of here.
All right, baby. Let me get my pants on. Let me get my.
Lou, no.
Oh, do you want to tell him? Do you want to tell him finally? Because I know you've been.
I just don't want you to put your pants on.
Well, if I'm gonna get out of here, all right.
He's coming.
All right.
Quick, hide in the.
Hey, Gwen, I'm here.
Gonzo,
I brought Indian food.
I'll be there in a second.
Okay, I'll just I'll put the Indian food in some bowls and stuff. You want a beer?
Hey, you're a magician too, right? Let me get in one of your trick closets.
Okay, but this one has a very bad record of transforming people into other species.
I'll definitely need to give it a shot.
Okay, in you go.
Slam.
Oh, Gwen.
Hi, honey.
Jeez Louise. Here,
Oh my
here
God,
you go.
what a
Here's
rough day we've had.
Here's the sog. Here's a beer. Oh, you had a day too?
What
happened to you?
Did you bring me a carrot?
Yeah, I got. Oh, there. I think there's carrots in the aloo gobi. Yeah, here you go. There's some carrots in there.
Honey, I'm really glad that you're here because I wanted to have a conversation with you about our relationship and kind of how it's going and my rights in the relationship.
Hey, you know what? I've been wanting to have this conversation too. It's just, it's been insane. It's good. I'm thankful and everything because my shows have been packed and these tricks are just coming out of my brain. I don't even know what's going on. But, my rabbit and my dove are agitating to unionize, and
Honey,
it's just
I feel like you're not listening to me. I feel like I'm bringing up a legitimate concern about our relationship, and then you just go on verbal diarrhea mode, and you're just talking all about yourself and not even taking into account.
Gwen, honey, I'm so sorry. Hey, let's eat a little bit. Let's eat a little bit first, just to get some calories, and I got to get some carbs in me, and then you tell me everything you have to tell me about our relationship. I'm dying to hear about it.
So we're going to eat first like they did in the ancient world?
Yeah. I think the Mughals did that. Like the Greeks, you want to eat first, and then, you have calories, you have some glucose in your brain, and then you can think more clearly, because you know how it is when you get hangry. It's just everybody just starts saying stuff and they don't necessarily mean it. So yeah, have some of those carrots and that aloo gobi.
Okay, but if this is another one of your tricks.
Oh, hey, I'm off the clock, babe. I'm off the clock.
Hey, hey, Louie. Isn't it weird that we were just eating dinner here and then the great Gonzo just kind of disappeared?
Yeah, well, I think we scared him with our talk about the unionization because he's a capitalist boss man, and he's exploiting our labors.
I think we need to create, go ahead and get that union organizer in here.
Mr. Bilson?
Mr. Bilson, yeah, Mr. Bilson from down at the Union Hall.
Well, hold on. Let me call him up on my cell phone.
It really was great. I mean, I will say that it really was great of the great Gonzo.
Hello, Bilson. Bilson here.
Mr. Bilson?
Hello?
This is Louie the bunny.
Oh,
we had that conversation about forming a union of magicians' animals earlier.
Oh, Louie you mean when you say Louie the bunny,
rabbit.
You actually mean the rabbit. You're the rabbit.
I'm a rabbit.
I met in that bar.
Yes.
Okay, so that was real. Okay.
That's right. And you gave me your card, and we were talking about getting some support for our unionization efforts.
Okay, that actually happened. Okay, that changes a lot for me. Thank you. Hey, Louie, how are you? How are things going on? You had
Well-
some issues.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if you would be open if we just cast a magic spell and summoned you directly to the apartment so we can talk face to face.
Hey, if you can do that, do you guys have beer? Do you guys have beer?
Yeah, I think you got some in the fridge.
All right, let me just.
Yeah, you better go get it, because I ain't got no arms. And
Do
no way I can carry a beer, that's for sure.
Do you guys want some? I could, hey, Pigeon, I could put some in a little bowl for you if you want it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, let me just
He's
okay.
he's a dove.
Oh, hey.
He's a dove, Mr. Bilson.
Hey, Dove, how you
And
doing?
I just want to let you know before we really get into it that the main issue that we've been dealing with our employer is a disrespect of our animal nature. And if you're going to start calling him a pigeon and other, you get the idea. We don't want to be in a combative.
Also, Louis ain't no bunny, he's a rabbit. We want respect.
absolutely.
We demand respect. We do also want to keep this apparently cell phone bill that the great Gonzo has put us on his plan. We want to stay on that. But respect is really the big thing.
Okay. Now, you two being magical animals who somehow summoned me off the M30 bus into this apartment, hey, you got my respect.
Louis, that makes me think, Great Gonzo is getting really popular, but it's really because of our magic. Maybe we should be the headliners.
Well, I have to agree with you,
Hey, Bilson.
my fine feathered friend.
All right, here's the deal. I know there's no deer here, but here's the deal. What you two ought to figure out for yourselves is which union you would like to affiliate yourselves with. And this is kind of a big decision because every union's got a little bit of a different character, a little bit of a different personality. And so I think that's something that the two of you maybe want to figure out together. Like, do you feel more rough and tumble? Do you feel more cut and slash? Do you feel more in the moment? It all depends on your union.
Let me cut you off there, Bilson. I think that what Louis and I are talking about is becoming management, our own management.
Honey,
Oh, man.
that was such
What
a
a
delicious
meal.
meal.
Ooh.
And now I'm really ready to get into these relationship
Oh.
issues with you.
That is fantastic.
And-
Let me out. Let me out.
Okay.
Oh, do you got a trick going on in there? I don't want to, mess you up if you're working on something, hon.
It's not a trick.
Uh-huh.
Gonzo, I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you for this
Ribbit.
frog.
Ribbit.
Oh, you
Let
made
me
a
out.
frog.
He
That's
was a totally handsome, strapping man just 10 minutes ago.
And you turned him into a frog with this old Kmart box?
Well, it's the dimension door box. You know what happens with it.
Gwen,
Ribbit.
that is some A-level trickery.
But
buddy,
hey,
how
wait
are
a second now.
doing?
You're displacing the issue here. I'm talking about us breaking up so that I can be together with my new frog friend.
Well, I tell you, a green leopard frog is a beautiful frog. Can I just say, sir,
Ribbit.
Ribbit is your name. I love the trick. I love the frog. And Gwen,
I don't know how I let him get to me so much. It's like every time that he ignores what I'm saying, I just rage.
oh, honey, did I do it again? 'Cause
You are everything that you say, except for this last comment where you asked me if you did it again, is basically ignoring what I say and talking about some magic related thing instead of our relationship.
Oh my God. You know how I get about magic. Like when I see a new trick, it just my brain just, you know what I mean? And like a frog, right? Like who makes frogs,
Well,
right?
I think it's probably best if, I don't know, you get going down to Skid Row or something, because me and this frog have a lot of lovemaking to do, and it's kaput for us. You and me are through, Gonzo.
All right, Louie. I think it's time for our big act.
Yeah, all right. Now that we're the boss, it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Well, maybe we got to get Gonzo back here and let him be our assistant for once.
Yeah, we got to start exploiting the labor like we used to be exploited. Mm-hmm. Hey, come in.
Delivery. Oh, hey, you guys.
Gonzo.
Oh my God! How the hell? How long has it been? Louie, and Louie the rabbit, Louie the Louie the dove, and Stewie the rabbit. Oh,
See, this is why we had to cut you loose as our partner. But
oh man, hey,
Gonzo, you are not looking too good. It looks like, what, have you been drinking or something?
well, it's like after Gwen broke up with me, and that trick she did where she made the frog, it just kind of got into my brain.
Oh, that reminds me. Hey, Louie, we got invites to that wedding. Apparently, they're getting hitched.
Yeah.
Gwen is getting married to the frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frederick.
Well, I tell you, a green leopard frog is a beautiful frog. If you've never seen one, they're really quite fetching. And hey,
Gonzo, are you avoiding your emotional pain again by admiring the aesthetics of the animal?
well, now that you bring that up, Louie, it has been. I mean, how many years has it been? I've just been, running deliveries for the Chinese restaurant, the Indian restaurant. I started doing stuff for the Burmese restaurant, and I actually have Burmese food, Indian food, and Chinese food with me. If you guys want something to eat, we could eat a little bit and we could talk about old times. Here's the.
Gonzo, we got an offer for you.
What is it, Louie? What's the what? Yeah, hey, man.
We would like for you to come work for us in our act as an assistant on stage.
Wow, what an opportunity! That's oh wow. I'm incredibly malnourished and tired, but.
Ladies and gentlemen, our assistant, Gonzo the Adequate, will now step into this multi-dimensional door box from Kmart
And be turned into a animal or mammal of your choosing. Can I get a suggestion for an animal?
How about a worm?
Okay, audience, just so you know, before I get into this box, just, your waiters and your waitresses, tip them real well. They got beer. They also have Chinese food, Indian food, Burmese food, and Madagascarian food, which you don't get a lot in this city. And so I would recommend everybody have a little bit to eat. You'll enjoy the show more.
All right, well, I really appreciate your speaking up for the servers. It shows you've come a long way, but now get in this box here. And
all right.
What's our magic, Stewie?
Louie, you want to say the magic words together?
All
or we have
right.
to say them at the exact same time. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Zippy
Zippy-doo.
All right.
All right,
we need a moment of concentration here to make sure that the spell works and he becomes a worm.
Mm-hmm. Because if we weren't in exact synchronicity, he might be turned into some other animal. So here we go. One more time. The magic words.
Zaz.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm very sorry, people. Apparently our trick went terribly wrong. We've turned him into a Red Bull.
Hey, wow, I feel really, really good.
A talking Red Bull, ladies and gentlemen. How about that?
I just feel like I feel like ramming into everything. Hey, Louie, here I come.
Well, I got a plan.
Lay it on us.
Now that we're all animals, we're all in the same brotherhood. There's not going to be any more boss worker exploitation based relationships. We can form a cooperative magic business in which we are all partners sharing the work and the joys of creativity together.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. The thing is, though, I am freaking starving. do you guys have like oats?
No, but there's lots of Burmese, Indian, and Chinese food out here for you.
Oh, are there any carrots in there?
Oh, yeah. I think one more thing we should do.
Excuse me.
Ooh,
Excuse
a
me.
voice from the audience.
Oh, hey.
You might not recognize me, but we used to go out a while ago.
Oh, yeah. I
And,
remember you.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm recently divorced, and just seeing you in your new bull form makes me think that maybe we might wanna, I don't know, go for a ride.
Yeah, let's go for a ride. Let me just have some of these carrots first, and then why don't you? What was your name again?
That's Gwen. Come on.
You
don't remember me?
Okay.
Your bull brain is addled.
Okay, Gwen. Let's
Honey?
get into this box with me, and let's
Give me one of those carrots.
Okay, here you go. There you go.
Oh, Gonzo. It's like I always dreamed.
And it all happened in Impetuous City. And we're back.
In the green room.
Yes. Behind the scene, the BTS. Impetuosity BTS. Now I'm wondering if I should change the name.
The
of
name,
it. When you said,
I
like,
mean, look into the
aggro.
etymology,
Yeah.
and because it was originally, I think, impetere in Latin is to attack, and so the initial meaning was like someone who will unpredictably attack you.
Yeah, but the way we use it now is just something that's
Random.
out of the blue.
Yeah.
And plus, like, are you on board with the idea of making it impetuosity with a C? Because when we said that last week, that kind of threw you off a little bit. Because I know this is your vision.
No, because I said that, I think, at the end when I was like, it all happened in Impetuosity.
Yeah. Because
And
I
was
really like
Like
that
two
name.
words, impetuous city.
Yeah,
I was thinking
I'm
more
I'm
like
not
with
sure
just
about
one
that.
word with a capital C in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's
okay.
what I saw in my brain.
Yeah.
Because that looks, it's just because you can do at
Yeah.
impetuosity.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's a great name. And it also pays homage to
Right,
spontaneation.
to the original.
So I like the name personally. So next Wednesday is
For the listeners, we're putting our next recording in our forms of calendar.
I'm showing the microphone my cute, sparkly little purple planner.
Mike is using old school
for the
20th
listener,
century
we can go around
paper.
and show that each of us has a completely different personality. Because Mike is using old school paper, Nick is using a phone, I am using literally nothing but keeping it in my head.
Your brain,
That's good.
your giant brain.
Let's see. Favorite moment from tonight? I don't know. I think that I enjoyed just being the girl who decided she
Gwen?
wanted to get back together with the bull.
Yeah.
I've had it with this frog.
My favorite probably was I like the thing where you sort of give the gift of oh my god, which was a little bit of the hey, now we have to say the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. I like that. I like that because what's going to happen?
right,
right.
yeah.
What's going to happen? And do we have group mind or do we not have
Exactly.
group mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, we turned you into a Red Bull.
Yeah.
I
So
think which also was maybe the one thing from the conversation that we
Yeah, from
used,
our
which wasn't
initial conversation.
even part of
I
the
totally did we use anything?
There were
from
no
our
lesbian
conversation?
bands. There was no
Which was-
upside down Spiderman.
I was when
There was magic. Did we talk about magic? Did we talk about animals? So the Red Bull was
The
the
Red
one
Bull was
thing,
the animal.
and so that was the button.
That
So we
was-
pulled
yeah.
it around.
That
And
was-
did we talk about Chinese food?
No, that was our one, the one part of our form that worked.
Yes. And I will say that I did have the presence of mind to be thinking, am I embodying? Well, it's not embodying. What is it? Basically, turning you into a Red Bull or a Spider-Man.
Oh, right.
Oh, I did have this thought before something happened when Louie and Stewie were alone in the apartment, talking about stuff, maybe like plotting or something like that. I did have this idea about being a spider to go like, hey guys, and kind of get in there. And like,
I joined the union.
And I was totally not thinking about Spider Boy at all. But so that must have been in my brain, or just it made sense to be a spider. And so that could have been something. But I kind of like, I don't know if there's like a form or a movie or something where like the title of the movie doesn't make sense until the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
And so this whole thing about like, just getting the bull in there right at the end. And of course it all just, seamlessly kind of Tetrises together.
But the whole point, though, I think, is the fact that you had the thought about being a spider, what had seeped in from from the conversation.
Yeah. That was about it.
Favorite moment? Or a moment that comes to mind?
Well, I just liked all the food. Because obviously I'm hungry, and so I was. I think I said off mic that I was proud of myself for actually sticking to a game, because like when on our last show, I had a similar character who was kind of getting buffeted about by the underlings and having his authority questioned, and I kept changing my character along the way. Which I guess was kind of his game, but like I like that I managed to stick with, mixing names up and bringing different kinds of food.
Very good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the mixing
of different kinds of food.
Yeah.
There's a very good pizzeria in the neighborhood. I learned last week after we did our first show, and I'm going to get some pizza. Yeah.
Ned's is, like I said, Ned's is good. Northeast is also good. We like Northeast. I don't know if do you know where that is?
Which one? Where's that one?
That's
just
in case
the listener wants to know, where is Northeast?
Yeah,
well, you go that way.
Yeah.
For the listener, you go that way, and then you turn right, and then you turn left.
What's it next to?
No, so there's a place called Bishop's Small Mall.
Oh yeah. Oh, that place.
Yeah.
Oh, I always notice that place
Used to be the Scale House.
Used to be the Scale House. Well, it used to be Northeast Pizza and the Scale House Pub.
Okay.
And now the Scale House Pub went away, and that entire thing is the Northeast. Sorry, it's not Northeast Pizza anymore, because the Dryden.
We're really sorry,
listeners. Pizza and Bones.
That's it. Yeah.
So there's one in Dryden. They opened up an Ithaca one. Okay. It's called
because I shop a lot at Ithaca Tofu, which is right there, and so which is one of our Asian markets, and so I go there to kind of like punch my Asian card, just to because you have to do that every once in a while, or else
if you don't punch it, it expires.
If you don't punch, it's like and then bang,
you're not Asian anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's just like boom. It happens. It's and it can be it's tricky to get it back. Yeah.
But that Asian card is good at any of the grocery stores.
It depends.
You can take it to the Ithaca Tofu.
Ithaca Tofu is pretty good.
Ren's, is it Ren's downtown? Or?
Yeah, it depends. It depends. It's like we could talk about it next time.
Okay.
It's complicated.
Hey, listeners, thank you so much for sticking with us to the very end. We love you. Peace.
This is the behind the scenes, so
BTS.
Peace.